Hello, and this is a showcase of my Zarbag's Gitz, which is a Warhammer Underworlds team that I did. And I mean, I don't have like one of these automatic spinners, and even if I did, I mean, oh God, I don't know where to put that shit. But anyways, I just show them off a little bit like this. And boom. I'm gonna put them down here, and then we're just gonna show one at a time. Let's start off with these three. I mean, these are the three basic bow and arrow guys. And sadly, it won't focus, of course. So let's do them one at a time. Yeah, I mean, I actually really liked how the skin turned out, and also the outfits. The like polka dot outfits and all that. Pretty easy to do and looks good. I mean, these were actually pretty easy to paint. And I told myself, you know, I'm not going to put too much effort into it. I want to do it decently fast. So, yeah. Now, these are the original Warhammer Underworlds bases. I just added sand to those bases because I wanted something different. And then let's take a fanatic. You might not be able to tell, but the color I used for the liquid, it's glossy in real life, but you can barely see it. So I might, in the future, who knows, I might change the color of it. But it's Nurgle Rot, the paint that is. But yeah, he's also easily done. And I like the little mushrooms that I did, you know, purple with green dots. And that is the type of mushroom drink he's drinking. Then we have the netter. And I actually really like how the net turned out on this guy. I used some brown and then I just dry brushed. I think it's, fuck, what's the paint called? I have it here somewhere. Steel Legion Drab. On the, maybe not. Oh, fuck it. I don't remember what color I used. I think Steel Legion Drab mixed with brown. And then I think a dry brush of like Pallid Witch Flesh, I think. Yeah, and also, I mean, as you can see, his scabbard is the color of his I didn't paint the fucking scabbard and all that. I'm like, ah, fuck that. Oh, and I also see it now. I forgot to shade the arm right there. So yeah, that's just how I have done their skin. It's a yellow base coat with built-in green wash over it. And I see now I forgot to do it on this guy. So that's probably something I'll do. Well, that is something I'll do. So I'll put him right here. Let's see. And then let's do the squigs. Yeah, I gave the squigs the same kind of motif. Oh. Lucky there was no paint on my palette. Or any wet paint, I should say. Because I just dropped this guy let's show right here. Yeah, and I mean, there's an easy boy right here. Decided with black guns for maximum contrast with the teeth. Yeah, not much else. I mean, it's a squig, right? And I mean, the thing that I did different on these guys compared to the normal is the bases. Obviously, I added sand to all the bases. And yeah, this guy, sand to the base, and as you can see, normally there's a skull right there. You might be able to see that little bump, but I mean, there was like a little pit, and the pit became a bit bigger when I added sand because I wanted to make it like a little pool. And then I just filled that pool with Nurgle's rot. So, and it took several layers. But I think it ended up pretty cool. And he has a green mushroom with purple dots. Let's see. And then the squig handler. And if you know about I'm just going to show him off a little bit like this first. This little cauldron right there. I mean, when you do something like that, I think what you should do, maybe start with the yellow and then work your way up to black. But I think I tried, I was like, it doesn't look as good. I think this looks better. You know, the black and then red and the yellow like spots. And this guy actually painted the scabbard. But I'm happy with him. I'm actually really happy with him. His little brandishing thing, a bit goldish. But he is modified because the normal figure, this guy, his helmet is open. So this actually points more, this actually like points down, this points up, and then you can see his little face in there. But I wanted him to have his helmet down. So I had to like cut off like half the head, and yeah. I mean, it wasn't super hard to do, but yeah, I wanted him to be well armored with his helmet down, and I think it looks good. And then we have Zarbag himself. And yeah, I think he was the first of these guys that like finished. I liked painting him. And what I did was, in the normal figurine, this whole row right here, there's a bunch of mushrooms, so you cannot see like half him. Because normally you see like something like that. Because it's just filled with mushrooms in front of him. So what I did was I removed all those mushrooms, even the mushrooms that are connected to this one, because this one is a bit thicker normally because it's connected to mushrooms. So it's like a few, like half, like maybe like 3 or 4 millimeters bigger here at the bottom. And it's kind of like, I did not like how overcrowded the front of the base was with such big mushrooms. I didn't like it. So I removed that. This little pot right here with him making sure that he's collecting green mushrooms. And then he has a skull, some bones. I think that is probably a mushroom in between these guys, but I'll just paint it as bone. And the little fairy that he has, which the highlights don't turn out very well on camera. It's a bit paler in real life, and the corners have a little bit more whites, but yeah, doesn't show up. That are my goblins. And just a little bit of a sneak peek on what I'm working on at the moment. Here at the end. The Briar Queen guys. I will be doing a hobby update immediately after this. But this is a bit of a sneak peek to that.